welcome back to Lloyd and JD, the best fucking podcast in the world. I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
What's up, man?
Not much. I just been busy trying to get into the new year and starting to work again and do all that kind of stuff and getting my concert schedule down and, you know, I know. Your favorite thing, music and concerts.
Oh, my God. It must just kill the vibe for you.
What's that? No, I enjoy it, man. It's a good time. It's a good time.
I don't know how you enjoy it. There's not even good food there.
No, most times there's absolutely not. There's not even good drinks most of the time. So, you know.
It's a poor
Not unless you're hanging out in the back, you know.
The world's coming to an end. Everything's shittier than it was before.
Which is kind of weird, right? Like it's, you know.
We're best quote I ever heard. I don't know what I was watching. Some conspiracy theory video.
Oh, there goes monetization for this video too.
But it was the best thing I've ever heard. Is we are a race of humans with amnesia.
Yeah,
just so
heard that before as well.
True, and I thought it was an amazing way to look at who we are because we have no idea where we came from, and how we got here. And what we're doing, but we're just fucking it all up along the way. Like we're not making any progress towards finding it. We seem to be moving further away from finding out, which is horrible.
Well, I mean, you know, you read some interesting stuff, and again, you know, last episode we were talking about conspiracy theories, but one of the things I saw pop up was that, in fact, when we get to Mars, we will find out that. Mars had water and it was habitable, but we destroyed it. And then basically
get into what Lloyd thinks is on Mars because it will be deemed as a conspiracy theory and our page will never be. No, I don't give a fuck what they say.
But they say that we basically came to Earth all those years ago and populated it from that. And we were just kind of jumping back and forth.
Like 10 years ago, it was like, you're a fucking crazy person. Go die. Conspiracy theorist, and he's crazy and he probably has 9 cats and lives, but it's not, Mars was an Earth-like planet. We know that. Yeah. We know that Earth was an Earth-like planet. It had a war. There was a massive war or a nuclear blast. Or we fucked up once before. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then we went and did it like a couple doors down.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like there's people out there, like military people that claim we have been on Mars for fucking years. Right. That we have been building on Mars. That there's catacombs inside of Mars that are filled with all sorts of creatures.
There'll soon be a Tesla there at least.
So it's... you know, if you want to get into what I believe on Mars, I believe that we've been lied to for years. I believe that we are lied to every day. I believe that we will never know. And the reason that we are a race of amnesia is because there's a certain few people that know all the shits and they don't tell us fuck all. So, you know, I believe that, like there's shit tons on Mars. I believe that we're lied to every day about where we come from. I believe that they know where we come from. I believe they know what happened in our history and none of us do. And it's a damn shame that they're lying to the entire population of the world.
Yeah.
So, but that's, you know, a whole conspiracy video that we could shoot for an hour while James Bond pushes buttons on his watch.
Yeah.
So cool. So,
don't be a hater, man. Don't be a hater.
I've seen you gaming lately, FIFA, every night.
FIFA,
How
NHL,
fuck does someone play
Call
FIFA
of Duty.
that much?
I've always loved
I get
football,
it. I love
soccer,
the game too, but fuck, you know, man. What is it? What are you coming up like 1,300 hours now, FIFA?
Oh, like, I don't even know. It's something ridiculous.
Greasy. I don't know how you do it.
But it's, you know, it's good fun, man. It's
good
competitive.
Fun, but you got to admit, it get boring.
But we switch. Like typically we'll play
NHL.
We'll play hockey after that.
You almost lost your Scottish card when I seen you playing that. I was like, I was going to join the party and be like,
and then usually, you know, finish with Call of Duty. It's a multiple switch night. Like, I mean, it's not
you and
what's that?
You and Crimson finish Call of Duty with like a suicide session. You guys are like, fuck this game.
Actually, no.
This game's made by assholes.
No.
Oh my god, the lag. Fuck yes.
Nah, we've clicked with this version and we're crushing it. So
sweet. And then we get a game where you guys aren't crushing it.
Then it hurts too much, right?
End of the world.
Yeah, because I think you know, like I started off with like about a 6.0 KD kind of thing. So I mean, it's when you're playing and you're playing well, you feel good. But obviously, when you drop below that magic threshold of 1,
you'll get one game where you're playing with 4 13-years-olds that haven't left the house that weekend. You guys can get fucking pwned. And you're like, oh my god, why? glitch.
cheating, modders,
fucking hacking. He's hacked his Xbox.
That's funny. You know, the truth of the matter is, when stuff like that does happen, there's like always an excuse. It's not you. It's, you know, the game.
See, I'm the only person that's like, I'm having a bad fucking night and I need to play someone else. Because you just have bad days, or you ain't what you was yesterday.
In all honesty, that's why we switch it up.
I'm getting like 20 kills, fucking 2 deaths. I'm like, I'm the fucking legend. And then I'll play tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna kill it. Like 13 kills against me, 0 kills. Like fucking, I'm not having any luck. It just is what it is. You know what it is? It's whatever server you've loaded into. If you load into a bunch of newbies that day, they're all cold. You might grow with them and be better. Like, I can go from playing with a bunch of guys, load into a different game, and I just get fucking raped. Like, it's, you know, this could be like a 12-year-old who's done nothing for the last month but play Call of Duty. I ain't gonna beat him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in that frame of mind.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you know, the big thing is I play like 2 nights a week, if that, right? Yeah. You know, and it's, you know, you just can't keep up. I'm not 14 and I don't live at home, and I have bills to pay. And
so anyway, I know you guys get frustrated with that game. It's kind of funny sometimes.
But you're still in Elite Dangerous doing your big
it's an 8-month Distance
thing.
Worlds 2, you can join at any time. They're back open now. Fleetcom's back open. We had some problems with pirates, but you can get back in now. If anyone wanted to, you could catch up easy.
I tried flying around. I'm like, I can't remember how to do half this stuff, man. Like,
it's brilliant. Me and Jordy have been saying, first time I've ever played the game. I've had the game for a while and I've played the game, but this is the first time I've played the game. Like, there's things you can do in that game I didn't even know were a thing. Controls that you've got I didn't even know I had. Like, I'm really honing in on the game. It's a brilliant game. We're enjoying it. It's a beautiful game. It's a very visual game. Great trip.
See, I've even completely forgotten how to jump systems.
I'm over 8,000 light years away from the bubble, which is where people play. It's brilliant. I'm finding all sorts of shit. Conspiracy theory things. Cool. Very cool. I'm finding notes left behind on planets at like abandoned settlements. They're coming. You know, it's cool.
Nice.
So
it's cool that, you know, like they've taken, like, I mean, it's a vast
there's
system,
books,
right? You know, and
there's updates galore coming this year. Great year to buy Elite Dangerous. Buy it now. It's their 25th anniversary.
Has it been 25 years?
Of Elite Dangerous. It's only 5 years of the Elite Dangerous that we know today, which is Distance Worlds. But Elite Dangerous has been a company for 25 years. But their earlier game was fucking shit. But brilliant game. Good time to buy it. Get the Distance World. It's fucking a lot of things coming into the game. We don't know what. A lot of conspiracy theories of what we're going to be seeing. They're really working hard on the space legs, which would be an amazing update. We don't really know what kind of gameplay that bring forward. But even for me, if you could just get out your seat and look at your own ship, because at this point, I'm on quite a large ship. I have fighter bays. I have powerhouses. You know, I could easily walk around my ship and take a look at my fighter inside of the bay. That kind of stuff would really open up the game. Would really make that cool. Just that, you know, it's such a large thing to be putting into the game. So obviously, rendering your ship is quite an easy feat for them, and that would alone for me make the game. Another thing I'd like to see is atmospheres on the planets. The cities that you land in they're quite dull. Not dull, like, it is a very cool game. The cities do look very cool, but you feel alone. You feel lonely. Even noises, like the noise of people when you're in the space system. Of other ships, maybe workers, stuff like that would be nice, because it feels like, oh, I've just landed on an inhabited planet. Not like, oh, I've just landed on the most morbid, depressed planet in the world. And the only person talking to me is coming through the fucking intercom. It'd be nice to see, like, animals maybe, like, you know, I don't want to get...
Is it just because you're landing in unpopulated places? Because, I mean, I remember landing on space stations, and they were quite busy. Like, there was stuff coming in and coming out.
You're missing what I'm talking about. Yeah, you see people coming in and out. I'm talking about more like when you land, getting more of an atmosphere of, like, I'm at a city.
Right.
Hustling and bustling on the city.
Okay, yeah.
Not the flying so much. And I don't necessarily want to walk around the city, because I know that's quite a big feat to just add into the game. But just to experience more vibrant city, like maybe be able to, even if they gave us, you know, you port at a dock and they give you, you know, when you render into a new rendering, and you maybe just have a hallway that takes you to like an engineer, or looks over like a city main where you see people walking around, just would give you more of a
feeling.
Grab a
taco.
Yeah, it would just give you more of a feeling of like, people live here. This is, sometimes you just land, it just feels very like rigid, like dentist.
Right.
Like, I don't know. more colors, more lights, more like more high rises even as you fly in on the planets, like high rises and like on certain planets and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because I haven't gone that far. Like, I mean, I think I've been to a mining settlement and stuff, and that wasn't anything to write home about.
But yeah, like a new SRV would be sweet. Something that could climb out of canyons, something like that would be pretty cool. We've done some cool stuff though. Like, I got trapped in a canyon. That little thing, like what we're doing right now is it's a massive trip that we're doing. We're going to be traveling further than anyone's traveled in the galaxy. We're going past the beacon at the end of the rift, and we'll be coming back around the outer side, which they call the void. So it's going to be a massive trip, and you're getting a lot of data along the way, and data's worth a lot of money. You're scanning planets that have never been scanned. Your name is going on planets. You can actually travel through the galaxy and find Urban Money Inc. I have over 500 planets and like maybe over 100 systems that I personally have discovered myself, scanned myself. You get a lot of money for that. If you blow up at any point in the game, you lose that data. You can respawn at the latest starship, but you lose your data, everything. So if you don't hand it in time, and because we're out in the middle of nowhere, it's far in between when you get to hand in your data. So I got stuck in a crater in my SRV. Now you can kill yourself, but if you kill yourself,
you lose everything.
Your ship flies back to the starport and you lose your data. So that's not an option.
Yeah.
And I couldn't jet out. Obviously, this game, it's not been tested to a full degree because they did the math. There is over enough planets for everyone in the world. The billions of people that live on Earth could own over 100 planets each within the game.
Yeah.
That's massive. It's huge. So there's planets that haven't been tested so much. Like the game, it builds them by itself.
Yeah.
And it goes by the area that it's in, by what kind of, if it's going to be icy or it's going to like rock-like, and what kind of the system looks like. So it has its own kind of system, and it creates planets sometimes that have craters that your SRV can't climb out of.
Yeah. I don't know if you recall, but like a long time ago.
Yeah, it was hunting people down and killing them.
And
it's happening again on the trip right now. We're landing on these planets to get this data, and it's weird. I landed there. It's super weird. There's like 8 NPCs, and they fly in circles, and they're all like lawless. Like, it's weird. Yeah. And even on FleetCom, which I'm on Discord app, which you can join, and you can talk to all the people playing the game. There's hundreds of people there. And they're all like, we don't know if this is a glitch. Like, you have to be careful because they're like hunting people down and killing them.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we're all like, what the fuck?
But it's good. I mean, it's really good because it adds a dimension to the game. It's a reality, right? I mean, when you go and you explore something that's completely uncharted and unknown, you don't know what's going to be on the other end.
And that's the best thing about this game. It can get boring. And there's a few people we've been playing with that have been losing the edge on the trip because you're going from system to system, and you're going to see a lot of the same stuff, a lot of icy bodies, a lot of rocky places. But then you get to that one fucking system, and it's got something that no one's ever seen. Yeah. So,
and the other part is that you're doing that exploration, and you don't know when you run into something. It's like, are they going to be friendly? Are they not going to be friendly?
So I've got an Elite Dangerous playlist on my SoundCloud, and I plug that bitch in, and I fly through the galaxy. It's great. I love it. It's peaceful. I have a great time. We've been playing with Brett, and I think he's losing his edge because he's like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, that's kind of what I want right now. I don't feel like
space madness.
I don't feel like doing anything. I just feel like kind of searching all these systems and having fun with it. So, but if you can't do that, then you're probably going to get bored on this trip.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I got caught in the canyon. Brett managed to get my coordinates, come to me. He found me on the planet. He then drove his ship down, and I thrusted onto his ship. And I was like stabilizing myself on his energy shield, and he flew me up on top of the thing, which was brilliant.
Did you record that?
No, because it was so like
tense.
Yeah, like because I'm like, what am I gonna do? I was trapped. I was on mic, but I muted myself because I'm like
freaking out.
I'm gonna get out of this, so I'm trying to boost out, and I'm so close, not making it, and eventually I just came on a call, and I'm like, guys, I'm stuck. Like, I don't know what to do. But it's like instantly offered up, like, oh fuck, I'll come help you. Where are you? And it worked. So it was amazing. I should have done it sooner, but and the Discord app's great. You've got guys, and they call them the deep fishers now, and they are there to fish you out of craters on the SRVs. You can literally just send them a note over Discord app. They will find, they tell you to log out. They'll send you a message when to log back in. Same with the fuel rats. There's actually a site you can go for the fuel rats. You run out of fuel anywhere in the galaxy, they will come to you. You log out. You get your coordinates, you log out, you send your coordinates to them. They tell you when to log back in. They come in, they shoot fuel limpets at you. They can get you back up and running. Yeah. It's got a lot of people dedicated to making the game quite a fun experience. So it's very immersive. It's great. I've been having a good time. I've got another like 6 months, 7 months left to go.
Yeah. So do you think they got another AI problem? Do you think that the game is learning and basically...
I think that what's happened within the game, this is over 11,000 people are doing the Distance Worlds 2. Yeah. It's the biggest event they've ever had. The first Distance World trip was about 3,000 people tops.
Yeah.
So we've just blown that out the water. There are so many people doing it, not only in open play, but in private groups. And I think it's kind of maybe the activity in these systems that usually had zero activity has maybe spurred like spawning or like they're, you know, just, I think that's what the game's supposed to do is create. And that's what this trip was actually supposed to do, because the game doesn't, the only reason there is another bubble, because there is another bubble that we didn't know about before, but there is. And the only reason that came about is because they traveled there and played there, and the game started to build things in that area, and they started to acknowledge it as a second bubble. And that's what this trip's supposed to do, is open up more of the galaxy and have more beacon points. And we all have waypoints along the way now, and we're all docking stuff into an actual... on the Discord app, you can actually go to a page where you submit information. Yeah. So if you find something, a certain planet, a certain this, so we're all looking for Earth-like worlds. Who knows what systems are going to pop up with new starports and things like that along the way because of the gameplay. And I feel like maybe either the devs have put in this kind of activity, which they could have done, because along the way they've been changing things. Like when we got to a mining outpost, there was actually no equipment there to buy because the economy at this airport was shit, right? Because no one goes there. So they actually made that stuff available. So the devs are not only playing alongside us, they're actually right there on the game. They're making sure that things are traveling through. It's great. Like they're pulling out all the stops for the trip. And I think maybe that is they've either devved this in, or it's just been spurred on by all the activities going on in these systems, and the spawn rates have increased, or, you know, because that's how it works in this game. You know, if there's a lot of activity in a certain starport, there'll be more pirates. That's how the NPCs work. Yeah. The more activity happening, the more pirates will load in. Yeah. So that's clearly what's happening. Yeah. It's fun. It's funny. They didn't attack me. I was just weirded out. I'm like on this planet and there's like 8 guys doing circles above me. I've never seen it before. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I'm in the middle of nowhere. There should be no one here. Yeah. Even when I was coming down to the planet, the fact that I could see dots flying around, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So, but I'm in a private server for FleetCom. There's no pirates that are actual players. So every player you see is friendly, and you see guys out there. You know, there's a bunch of guys on the trip. You can go on to Mixer, just Mixer, I think it's called. And there's people that are traveling there, so you could watch the progress if you didn't want to play. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's cool. We're pretty far out there.
It's nice to see games like this that continue to go on and on. And as you mentioned, it's like 25 years, and it's, you know, been a good 5+ years on Xbox.
I think they still have a Kickstarter that you can give money to, and they're working on a lot of cool things. So atmospheres, obviously, would be space building was a conspiracy that was thrown out there, and I think it came from a dev side of things where they were looking at space build, which would be sweet. Even if there's squadrons now, and we can all join a squadron, and you get to share waypoints, and you can basically, like, there's word that if you put enough money into your squadron and grow it big enough, you actually get like a super ship. Right. That you can then port onto. It's like your spaceport. Yeah. That sounds fucking epic. Like even something like that, right? Like where you're making your own, like maybe being able to land on a planet and make a little gas port thing that you can land your ship on that planet, that you could maybe store resources or store. It's like your little storage. It would only take that much of a planet up, and it would maybe be like, I don't know how you would code that in, but that would be kind of cool. Just or like a mining tool that you could leave on a planet that would mine and collect the resources of that planet. Yeah. You could come back on a later date and it would be full up, or someone could come and raid yours. There could be like a raiding limpet where you go raid up, you know, that would kind of suck. But if you hide it good enough, that would be cool. Yeah. There's all sorts of things they could do with the game, and there's all sorts of things I've heard that they're looking to do with the game. So
which is nice to see, because it's a bit of a different model than, you know, a lot of the mainstream sort of companies where it's like build a game, release it, and then, you know, 6 months, a year later.
Because of the success of Distant Worlds 2, I've heard rumors that Starfleet Command? Right. Off PC. Okay. Am I saying that right? Or is it a different one?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
There's a really good space game on PC. I think that's what it's called, and it's on the same kind of terms. You can have super ships, but you can walk around and like if you go to a space station, you can have like a gunfight.
Yeah.
And the owner is such a fucking arrogant piece of shit, but he's like, I'll never bring my game to Xbox or PS4 because they don't have the good enough graphics. Like he's just a total fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
And that was a couple years ago, and I was really into the game. I wanted to play it so bad, and now they're like, oh, we're gonna bring it to Xbox because like
they see the success of
so successful. And I don't want to play it now, just because of that douchebag's YouTube video. He's like, I will never bring this to Xbox. Like, good, I will never play it if it comes, you fucking douchebag.
There you go.
That arrogant attitude I don't get behind.
Yeah.
And the devs honestly, best devs for a game, Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
Not only can you get in touch with them on Twitter, they will answer you back. Not only will they answer you back, they're very involved with the game. They play the game themselves, which I think's fucking awesome. Like,
tells you it's a passion project, right?
Yeah, a lot of them. I think one of them's actually a doctor.
Yeah,
has like a doctorate in like this sort of shit. And there was we were in a science magazine. I don't know if you saw that, but they actually put Disney World 2 was actually in a science magazine that you have to be signed up for if you're like a geologist or some shit like that. We were actually in that as Disney World 2, and they also reached out to Astronaut, and he actually wrote a note for the guys on the Disney World 2, which
that's cool.
I thought was pretty cool. And there was also another guy that left a big note on Discord too. So pretty cool stuff. It's a cool game, cool trip. If you get the chance, you can join in now. We're still close enough to the bubble where you could catch up within a week or so.
Cool. That's all we got time for this week.
Sweet. I better get home and get on my game there.
Get
I've
on
got some light years to travel for.
Explore some planets and build your empire of Urban Money Inc. planets.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Peace.
See ya.
Feet are freezing. I'm starving too.